Khemadasa is a different kind of man. He didn't go by the Indian tradition completely. He had his basic beginning in Indian music, but he combined that with Western music. So he used Indian instruments as well as Western instruments to produce a new kind of music, which has a stamp of Khemadasa. Anybody listening to some music here over the radio would immediately identify it as Khemadasas. I'm not a musical connoisseur as such, but as a lecturer in the university and as a member of Sri Lankan public, I think he has done something new. He has opened a new way for Sri Lankan aesthetes to listen to. So I think that's wonderful. Khemadasa has his own school, but it would be very sad to know that it's just a very open space, part of a garage. But so committed he is. It doesn't matter, he doesn't not looking for buildings and walls and air conditioning. But he wants a place where children, young people can stretch their arms and legs and do something new. And for this he selects children with potential from different parts of Sri Lanka. It's not only Colombo, because people in Colombo have better access to other places. There are westernized, international kind of places. But here is a man who wants to cater to the genuine youth of the country. So he selects people from very distant areas like Matara, Hambantota in the south, or Anuradhapura in the north. So it's kind of very raw material. But he ultimately, over about 2 or 3 years, transforms these young men and women with that potential into fine artists. So in all these Pirinan Mangal, you see all the young women and women performing very well, like anybody else in the world.
Mr. Khemadasa, I consider him as the messiah of our musical field. He has foretold so many things about our music education, because so concerned about music education. Mr. Khemadasa knows that the whole corroding in our art field takes place due to ignorance of music in Sri Lanka. That is basically the educational system. Dr. Khemadasa wanted to change certain things when he was given a chance to be the Deputy Director General of the National Educational Institutes. He wanted to change this.
I can remember one time I told them, minister and all them, you better send them all these teachers away, and kept them away, but we have to pay their salary. You have to talk to the treasury and don't allow them to come to the school. Don't ask them to not to step to the school. I will get the best teachers, but you have to maintain them at home. Otherwise, you have to get them and you have to, do all these workshops and other things. I don't think that you can do. So you couldn't do that. I left. That is where I got a salary and a car, all that. I left it. I was trying to do that for 2.5 years. I couldn't.
What he thinks about our music is that he says, before you teach music, you must teach our young students, young people to appreciate music. What is music?
I love music passionately. In Sinhala, how do you call it? You must ask this girl. They don't know. They don't know. Even professors, they don't know. Mama Sangeete Bokkeng Rasavinda Kene. That's real, what do you call? Yes, real translation. I like music. I love music passionately. Which music? Gushing forth. The elements, the wind, the sea, all that. And it must never be shut in, what do you call, shastrali, academic art. It must never be shut in academic. You can see how the music comes. Sometimes I am going to the roots of these not the music, the roots of the rhythms of the people. You know, if you sing one poem here, the same poem someplace in Kandy is different. Same words, same everything, but they're different. When you go to down south, they same words, same, but it's different because the rhythm is different. The language also different. The same language. Koheda giye. If you go to down south, some place, koheda giye. It's shorter and like that. If you go to Kandy, this is the rhythm of the people. You have to study as a musician all these rhythms of the people and get one rhythm, common rhythm to communicate.
Bring them together, some kind of unity.
Yeah, unity, yes. I was born with poverty. I was born in my village. Can you believe this? I have eaten, which you all don't know. They have never seen that. What you call habaral. You all will never find that.
In Sri Lanka, very difficult for you to say that a great musician is coming from a family background like that. I don't know how it happened. For Sri Lankans, we believe that some past karmic fortune is always coming after you. So maybe Khemadasa had been a very good musician in his previous life. So unfortunately, he born into a very, a very poor, a very difficult family background in his childhood, but that fortune, that previous karmic force was so powerful that he became the messiah of our musical field.
This is a life. From this only, the one man is born like that. All the people who have, great professors, who invented something in the world, they are like that. So I am not ashamed to.
Because I say that Messiah is that he sees what is happening in the future. Because he always say that this will be the result if you go this way. This will be the final thing if you go do this. So that way he can foresay certain things. that the same power which he has, he use it to his creative works also. When he reads a script, film script or a drama script or something like that, he go through that script that other people never bothered to think of that way. He sees something very different. That is how many film directors have told me that he grabbed something that he never expected in his script. So that way he developed the film music into that creative work. So that is his ability.
The film is the director's work. Director's work. There may be there, I have that, you know. For us, the music piece is lovely, everything is fine, but for the film, it doesn't work. You know, it's asking something else.
Now, I think of all the composers that we have working in the industry, I would say that Khemadasa is one person who understands the film medium and writes for the film. The other composers write music, and then you have to fit this dash thing somehow into the film. There's a huge problem with Oriental music and the cinema, because I don't know whether you noticed, Oriental music is largely based and dependent in percussion on the rhythm which comes from the tabla, which is a beat. Now that beat is a tempo beat, timing, and that timing always goes against the rhythm of the film, and when it goes against the rhythm of the film, it's awful, you know, because the background music becomes intrusive. The beat is sometimes difficult to hold back by the sound recordist, and therefore it's clashing with the rhythm of the film. And you have therefore very, very few composers who can use or drop it.
When you have a screenplay, there is a rhythm in that. When you are reading that, you can imagine, then technical these things, these camera angles and all that, editing and all that. There's a rhythm going on. As a musician, you have to get that rhythm.
He's a rebel with a cause. Usually we say they're rebels without causes. Now he's a man with a cause, not only for politics, for music. Now he's rather very critical.
He himself doesn't work well within institutions, and so each time governments have tried to incorporate him into the Ministry of Education, into the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation in some capacity. He doesn't last because he loses his temper, he's very autocratic.
In the rehearsing, he can be quite tyrannical. He shouts and screams, quite capable of kicking a musician under the chair. So all the musicians are quite scared when he is conducting. Therefore, there's a lot of discipline.
Actually, Khemadasa is friendly. He comes and offers you a drink. He calls you, with good words. But when it comes to work, he can get worked up. It can disturb him when he doesn't get the right thing. And also when he thinks back with all those things, he becomes more and more depressed, and he comes out with some other words. But whatever he has been saying, I think there is a lot of facts about it.